Hello best friend, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having the most incredible day. This is the first time you're watching my channel. My name is Sebastian, and girl, today is November 11th, which is 11/11, and it is a wonderful day to be grateful, to be thankful, to manifest, to bring upon you a beautiful life. So I wanted to share this with you guys before we get into this Britney tea. I wanted to share with you guys this really quick manifestation tool. Now, it has nothing to do with religion, has nothing to do with anything like that. It just has to do with what you are grateful for, okay? And I believe that gratitude is the key of life. When you are grateful for what you have, I believe you will receive more because you are humble about what you have and you acknowledge and you don't take anything for granted. So I've been saying this in all my videos because I'm not sure which videos you guys watch. So I'm sorry if you've heard this before, but I want you to get a piece of paper and a pen. Write down 10 things you are grateful for that you already have. And then what I want you to do is write down 10 things you want to bring to your life, what you want to manifest, what you are praying for. But you have to write it down as if you already have it, okay? So for example, if you want that, if you want to travel, if you want to find the love of your life, you say, I'm so grateful and thankful that I went and visited Rome and I loved it. I'm so grateful and thankful to share my life with a beautiful partner who brings me joy and happiness. You know what I mean? So write it as if you already have it in a present tense. It's a wonderful little exercise to just remind yourself of what you already have and allow yourself to dream and to really focus on your goals. So I hope that you know how grateful I am for you, and write down in the comments one thing you are grateful for today. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you guys about this because this was sent to me and I've seen it multiple times throughout the years, but there's an era in Britney's conservatorship, well, I believe in most of it, where, especially in the femme fatale era, where a lot of people were, always criticizing her for her lack of dancing and her lack of, what they would say lack of focus, and she wasn't the same as before and stuff. We later, of course, find out that she was heavily medicated and obviously she was living in hell, you know what I mean? And there is this thing that Santa Spears on TikTok, on Instagram posted, and it's a passage from her book that I really wanted to share with you guys. And because it's already out there, seen by thousands, I thought, well, I will say it. I've been trying not to do any spoilers for the book because I want everyone to buy it. But this is already out there, so I wanted to share it with you guys because I think it's so important to acknowledge that, there were times, I believe that a lot of us were like, okay, Britney's definitely, not the same as before. But, I always looked at it like this. I would always see the criticism and I always heard people making fun of her. And of course, because everyone knows that I love Britney, they would, kind of make fun of Britney to me, like, ha, Britney can't dance anymore. Ha, Britney this, ha, Britney that. And, looking back, I'm like, girl, these people probably feel like shit. You know what I mean? They probably feel like shit. I always saw it as, I didn't know about the conservatorship, obviously, for many years, like a lot of us. But when I remember Femme Fatale coming on, I remember I went to the concert, I went in Denmark. I went to the Femme Fatale concert, and I do remember that the next day was getting heavily criticized. And I know that a lot of people are complaining about it, but I never saw it as her not being the same. I just feel like people are evolving, I didn't know about the medication, I didn't know about the conservatorship, I didn't know about any of that. I just thought, Britney is growing and Britney is different. But for me, in my eyes, she was perfection. So I never really saw any flaws. But of course, the heavy criticism obviously was very loud. But obviously, now that we know a lot, now that we know everything, I feel like a lot of people are giving her a lot more grace when they really should have given her grace from the beginning. But it says, the thought of my father taking over any aspect of my life had filled me with fear. But taking over everything, it was just the worst thing that could possibly ever happen to my music, my career, and my sanity. It seemed like every request went through my father, Lou, and Robin. They decided where I went and with who. Under Robin's direction, security guards handed me prepackaged envelopes of meds and watched me take them. They put parental controls on my phone. Everything was scrutinized and controlled. Everything. I would go to sleep early and then I would wake up and do what they told me again and again and again. It was like Groundhog Day. I did that for 13 years. Hang on, sorry. I did that for 13 years. Girl, if you're asking why I went along with it, there's one very good reason. I did it for my kids. Because I played by the rules, I was reunited with my boys. My freedom in exchange for naps with my children. It was a trade with the it was a trade I was willing to make. I had resolved to go along with the conservatorship. Oh wow, for the sake of my sons, but being in it was really hard. I knew there was something more inside of me, but I felt it dimming every day. Over time, the fire inside me burned out. The light went out of my eyes. I know that my fans could see it, although they didn't understand the full scoop of what had happened, because I was so tightly medicated and controlled, I became a robot. But not just a robot, a sort of child robot. I had been so infantilized. I don't know what that is. Infantilized. Sorry, girl. I don't know what that is. I don't know how to say it right. That I was losing pieces of what made me feel like myself. The conservatorship stripped me off of my womanhood, made me into a child. I became more of my entity than a person on stage. I had always felt music in my bones and my blood, and they stole it from me. She says that she knows that her fans could see it, you know. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Every time I saw her live, I was like in awe. I didn't notice anything, but of course I do realize, and I'm realistic, that, you know, comparing, yes, it's very different, but like ever since everything came out, I think I would literally sit there on stage and just be like this. Seriously. But what she says, that she traded her freedom for taking naps with her children, that it cuts so deep and it cuts so hard, because it's like what they put her through and what only kept her going were her children. I really hope that those two, now adults, understand how much love, dedication, strength, survival, badass of a mom they have. I feel like Britney, it's so relatable. I feel like when you are forced to do something, you know, and you are forced to do it, and every single day, and you know that, you know, everyone is making money, you know, and then you're getting your little allowance of $1,000 a week. I would put the worst shows possible. I really would. I truly, and in my opinion, Britney put on the best shows. You know, I think Britney did, you know, I think while all of this was going on, I feel like Britney could have definitely butchered everything. She could have went live on stage and just said, fuck you, and, you know, went rampage, you know, but she didn't. She always did every single dance move. She always did everything. Now, did she have passion? Probably not, because you're being forced to do it. Who would have fucking passion to do anything when you're forced to do it, when you know you don't have fucking freedom? The only freedom you have is nothing, is literally nothing. They control when you sleep, when you eat, where you go, who you go with, everything. So, you know, I think that understanding a lot more things, you really put two and two together, and you really are able to kind of really comprehend everything Britney went through. So I wanted to share that with you guys, because it makes me so proud of her, but it also makes me so sad for her that she had to endure so much of trauma and abuse just to be able to be with her children. So I really do pray that her and her children can heal together and come back and be united and stronger than ever. That really would make me, and I know all of us, would make us so happy, knowing that everything she put up with for 13 years was for them. So Anyways, you guys, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Again, please make sure to do the gratitude list of today and just know how grateful I am for you. And make sure you know, comment down below one thing you're grateful for today. So I love you all. I'm so grateful to share this journey with you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah.